All right, hello everybody, and welcome to week 3 of the CTC Cup Series. This week we're at Bristol Motor Speedway. I think a record high amount of cars here for the Cup Series. Here tonight, upwards of 40, I think just under, drivers going to be attempting to qualify into the race tonight. On your screen, Harry Grindell putting in his qualifying lap. First lap is fastest, 14.129. Harry Grindell hangs on a P1, 14.12 for Harry. Some more drivers out here. Brian Martin puts it 5th on his second lap. Jonathan Rains 16th. Kyle Taub, I think his first start in the Cup Series. Michael Edwards to the top of the board, P3. Pat Catalano to 6th. Vainoski, lap number 2 will be not faster, 14.28 for Vainoski. John Neckrich puts it up to 9th. Dane Cruz, 19th at the moment. A lot of drivers here tonight, you're going to have to bear with me. Probably going to have some technical difficulties just due to the amount of cars that are going to be on track. It's going to be a long night. Between the expected amount of cautions, we're going to have a tough one. Cliff Mullins heading out. Carson Badel also heading out. We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Ethan Evers getting lap number 1. Harry Grindell still on the top of the board. Quinn Newton, 14.17 though. Very close to Grindell. Evers got a little tight in 3 and 4 right there. And off 4 for Evers. Goes to 26. That was really the exit of 4 on lap 1 that cost him right there. Let's go on board with Blake Giglio for his laps right here. Minute and a half remaining. Carson Badel jumps to 9th. Giglio's first lap puts him 5th. Lap number 2 goes faster. Pole position for Blake. No surprise there. Winner last week at Texas. Putting it on the pole for the time being here at Bristol. 30 cars so far putting in a lap time. Looks like we have 7 more. Still have yet to put a time in. Davis Greenwell, lap number 2. Cross the line. 14.68. He will go to 30th. Hopefully not what he was hoping for. Nick Leo looks like did not complete lap number 2, so he'll start 31st for the time being, and I don't think anybody else put in laps. So that's going to do it for qualifying. We will be back in a moment. All right, let's go for our grid tonight. Blake Giglio going to start on the pole position. No surprises there. Good lap for Blake. Harry Gordell going to start in P2 tonight on his outside. Quinn Newton going to start in 3rd. Dane Cruz going to start in 4th. Jeff Price going to start in 5th. Michael Edwards in 6th. Bryce Meddings going to start in 7th. Ronnie Holmes in the 57 going to start in 8th. Pat Scalano in 9th. Carson Badel in 10th. Jake Vainoski 11th. John Neckrich 12th. Brian Martin 4th. Brian Martin 13th. Cliff Mullins 14th. Garrett Boyd 15th. Jesse J. Jones in 16th. Travis Scripture in 17th. Victor Lugo 18th. Ian Montrose in 19th. Cole Fitzpatrick in 20th. Kobe Stidham in 21st. Kyle Taub in 22nd. Thomas Dilg in 23rd. Michael Christopher in 24th. Kenny Frisbee in 25th. Ace Johnson 26th. Ethan Evers in 27th. Patrick O'Keefe 28th. Jonathan Raines 29th. All right, we're almost done here. Davis Greenwald 30th. Nick Leo 31st. Casey Graves 32nd. Andrew Griesbaum 33rd. Final 2 rows, Andrew Easton 34th. Dave Hoitzman 35th. Daniel Wellen 36th. And rounding out our 37 car field tonight is Lucky Carleck. And we are going to be taking green here shortly. Phew, that was a mouthful. All right, low chance this goes green for more than 2 laps to start out with, but we can all have hope. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're racing here at Bristol. Lap 1 complete, under green. Good start for these guys, side by side through the entire field. It's going to be tough to keep up with all the battles going on. I'm going to try my best. Let's take a look from the blimp cam. Look at all those cars head around this track. What a sight to see. Harry Grindell out to an early lead. Oh! Door contact. Looks like Ronnie Holmes getting shoved up the racetrack. I think that was him and Bryce Meddings who got into it. We stayed green. 57 with some right front damage, however. Oh man, the 97. Slow on the bottom lane, he had a problem. Oh man, lost everybody there for a second. Told you some difficulties here tonight. Caution is out. Looks like Vainoski stopped on the inside of the track, as well as others. 38 of Garrett Boyd. And we knew that was going to happen. Let's take a look. This is where we had the blank. Oh, the 48. Looks like had an issue ahead. Back it up again. 48 jumps into the corner. 54 gets into his quarter panel. And he can't recover from that. Tags the 55. 38 gets a piece. 30 car of Evers gets a piece. All right. So, I think we went about 7 laps of fully green, which is a lot more than I was expecting, to be honest. With 37 cars out here, it was tough for everybody to get through without an incident happening. But I think it's only going to be worse from here, unfortunately. Wynn's trying to be reasonable. He says, you know, mistakes are going to happen by everybody. It's just going to happen tonight. Should take the 1 to green signal right here. The stream link still looks okay. A lot of cars, which means the PC is not liking this. Here we go. Green flag bots come out again. Pace car on pit road. And back in the air here. Grenell with a good start in the restart zone. It's a good lead in turn 1 side by side with Cruz and Giglio. Giglio electing to hold that top line right there, and he clears Cruz out of 4. He'll go down to the bottom and try to save those tires. Now, something a little interesting happens, at least with this tire model on iRacing, with these cars, is it's going to start out on the bottom. Everybody's going to love that bottom lane, and about 50 or 60 laps in, the middle and the top lane are going to get a lot better, and it never really recovers from that. Caution's back out. Dave Hoytsma, oh man, he just took a fast repair. And I'm just realizing I missed that last wreck that happened with him towards the start of the race. But once again, I think this one... Oh man, alright, let's see what happened. Oh man, the 92 just gets into him. Taking another look on board with the 92. I think maybe he was just trying to tuck back in line, and I don't know, he used the throttle at the same time. That was an interesting one. Alright, back under caution. Get a word with our leader, Harry Grindell. Hey Harry, it's Lucas, Connor.
Hello.
Hey man, well, running up front right now. Saw you win the late model race on Sunday. Now you're leading again at a short track. Well, I guess kind of short. Shorter than Rockingham. How are you feeling up there?
Hoping it keeps being as chaotic as it's been so far. Yeah, we've got round Blake on the start, and we're just kind of chilling out here, hoping that I don't get a run long enough to destroy my tyres, because I know Blake's game. I raced with Dane Cruz a few years ago in a different league. I know that he's pretty good too, so if we get a long run, I would expect me to fade. But so long as we keep doing what we're doing so far, we're chilling up here. We're having a good time.
Don't need Larry Mack to tell you we're probably going to be doing this pacing thing a lot, so...
For the foreseeable future, yeah, I don't see this changing.
Absolutely, man. Well, good luck out there.
Thank you.
Harry Grindell, leader. Like you said, behind him, Blake. Pretty good at saving those tires. We saw that last week at Texas. And, well, I think it's highly unlikely we get a long run, but don't need a long run for the tires to matter. Forget about it. I mean, even 20 or 25 laps, it can make a little bit of a difference, and that means you might have to take tires. So we'll see. You know, only 130 laps around here. Not a lot by Bristol standards. Typical NASCAR iRacing series length would be 250, which is half of real life. And you know, obviously real life guys run 500, so 130 is nothing. I think it's even shorter than a real life ARCA race. So they're, you know, we accounted for the cautions here tonight. even with all the cautions. Hoping it'll be somewhat quick, but drivers are double file again. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll see if we can go green for a little bit longer this time. Here they come out of turn 4. Green flag back in the air. Great start for Giglio. Gonna clear Cruz into turn 1. Oh man, a little bit of contact right there. 59 gets into the 14. Everybody keeps it together. 14 to Jeff Price. He was fastest in practice. So we'll see if that speed can translate to race. Right now running 6th. But not out of this thing yet. Oh! A little bit of door contact with the 45 of Catalano. Man, the 45 is not going up to the wall. And then you see it cause an issue right there. Price trying to hold on to the car, and he gets sent to the back. Caution is out for another reason. The 18 spinning to the inside of the track, and we're in for a long one. First, I think the actual cause of the caution is going to be the 18 here. Got loose out of 2. I think anybody else had a problem. But like I said, let's go back to Jeff Price here. You're going to see a little bit of contact there in the backstretch. I'd call that a racing incident, but the 45 right here does not go all the way up to the wall. Don't think it's anything intentional. It's just not, you know, it's not typical racecraft with the next gens. You want to be as close to the wall as possible because they're just so wide. Not much room off the corners for that bottom lane. But Jeff did a good job of saving it, and he's still up in 11th. Price coming down pit road actually, and not a lot of other cars coming down with him. All right, so coming up on 100 laps to go. Not sure quite what the fuel window is, but it should be around 100. But if we keep running under caution like we are, I don't think the leaders are going to have to pit. I think they would be able to save enough fuel with the cautions. Pace car lights going out here are going to go green next time by. A lot of checking up going on here at the back. All right, green flag back out. And, oh man, a lot of issues here at the middle of the field. Looks like everybody sorted it out somehow. Nearly 3 wide out of 2. Oh man, there goes the 6. Spin it toward the inside. We'll see if everybody can avoid him. Caution came out really late right there. So the 6 of Meddings, that might be his night. He toes the pit road. Into the 6 right here. Just, oh man, just kind of drove up into the 53's door and spun down to the inside. Did a good job locking it down. Gave everybody the best opportunity they could to avoid it. And it looks like they didn't. We'll see Jonathan Rains coming through the wreck. Backed it up a little too far. Get the 38, does a good job. Oh man, the 97 did not see what was going on. And that's something, these guys got to call it out for each other. He could not see that car sitting in the track. The nose cam is not the best for that. There we go. So when you're driving, you're just looking where you're driving. You're not looking 3 cars, you know, 3 straightaways ahead of you. And unfortunately tags the 5 car. Somebody else gets into him as well. Looks like the 33, the 87 gets in there into the 97. This is the problem with Bristol. It's so high banked, you can't see what's going on ahead of you. And we're back under caution again. Caution number 4. This is turning into one of those. Historically, we've had some amazing Bristol races here in the Cup Series, but with just the amount of cars we have here tonight, it's going to be virtually impossible to get everybody on the same page. And got to mention it tonight, we have an incident limit for these drivers here tonight. So these guys got to watch it. The amount of 4Xs they get, if they get up to 17 total incidents, they will have a drive-through penalty, which means they have to come down, drive all the way through the pits under green flag conditions, which is probably at least 2 laps you're going to lose. And then if they get up to 25 total incidents, they will be disqualified from the race and scored on the last completed lap. An incident, you get 4 from heavy contact, like somebody spinning off your nose, driving up into the wall with somebody else, but you get 2 if you just hit the wall by yourself or spin out. So every time you see these guys hit each other with any sort of force, whether it's their fault or not, they get 4. I think I can see the incidents we have. The most amount of incidents I'm seeing right now looks like the 18 has 12, along with the 43. The 5 car has 16, so he's 1 incident away from a drive-through penalty. Ace Johnson in the 33 also has 12. So some drivers are already getting close to that limit, and we are not even close to finishing this race. A little bit past the quarter of the way through. But here we go, getting ready to go green once again. Brindell still in control of the field. His car pulls off. Green flag in the air. Brindell off the back bumper, looking toward the rest of the field. Getting green for 2 laps now. Guys doing a good job again. Like single file through the top 10. Some drivers are on the middle lane. I told you, it's going to start moving up. As soon as they start heating the bottom lane of this track up, you're going to have to move up a lane or two to find the cooler track. Mullen's loose right there. Field's starting to spread out just a little bit, but you're not going to spread out too much at Bristol. And with 37 cars on the track, those leaders are going to run into lap traffic quickly. 1 in the 18 side by side right there. Lugo going to get by Scripture. The 18 side by side with Fitzpatrick. To Jeff Price, we saw him, he had that issue early on, fighting his way back up through the field, up into 22nd right now, fighting for 21st. Top lane's where you want to be if you want to pass somebody, but it's going to tear your tires up early on in this race. I got toward the front with Mullins side by side with Dill. And we're seeing that middle lane start to prevail now. See the 57, 37, 68, they're all running toward the top. And you might think, but the way this tire model has been in the last few years, that's going to burn your tires up. But if that bottom lane is getting hot, it's going to be better to move up a lane and get on that cooler track. Just the way that dynamic track sort of works. It's not perfect, but it tends to spread the cars out a little bit more than they would have, say, a couple of months ago. I think that was actually a couple seasons ago, but still. Side by side for third, Michael Edwards on the outside of Dane Cruz. Using that top lane. And Edwards going to get by the 67 for third. Good racing going on right now. It's good to see. It's good to see a lot of green flag racing. I love it. Now we're going to see that lap traffic I talked about. Going to play a factor here. Grindel coming up on the 33 of Ace Johnson. He's going to go to the inside. Oh man, we think we had an incident toward the back. I'm not seeing a car, but we had something happen right there. The rest of the field going to navigate by this 33. They're still fighting for the back half of this top 10. Michael Edwards now fighting for second. And Blake Iglio, he's driving early, man. He's using those tires up because he knows the caution's going to come out soon. It's like roulette here at Bristol. Trying to run down the 70 of Harry Grindel. The top four have put a massive lead on the rest of the field. About 2 seconds back to Quinn Newton, who is under fire from the 59 of Badel. You got Brian Martin there. Had a good run last week at Texas, top 10 run. For another top 10 here at Bristol. Those are the kind of guys you got to be scared of. Consistency, especially at a track like Bristol, to stay consistent. When I say scared of, I mean in the points. Consistency, especially in this old-style points format, is very important. Winning races is kind of a side quest. I know it does get you into the playoffs, but you can have a good season without a win. You can still get in like Matt Crafton style. Catalano running 8th right now. Then we got Griesbaum, Mullins, Holmes. They're all kind of cycling out here, getting single file again. Ooh, big battle right here for 18th. No, 17th. 19th. 19th of Frisbee holding on right now. He's got a lot of cars behind him running that top lane right on the outside wall. Oh, we tagged the outside right there. It's going to allow the 55 to get by. Impressed with these guys right now. This is good racing. Back up to the lead, Michael Edwards. I think he had a problem. He fell about a second and a half back from the guys he was just fighting with. Back into 4th. Not terrible. Only lost 2 spots, but he was fighting with Harry Grindell there for a moment. And maybe lap traffic playing into it. I'm not sure. These guys fighting through a lot of lap traffic. Blake Giglio right on the back bumper. Harry Grindell 3 wide with some lap cars. The 9 and the 1 there you see just going a lap down. Along with the 23, and it looks like the 18, yes. But those leaders got a lot of lap traffic to contend with right now. Grindell holds on to that lead even through that. Giglio trying to roll that bottom lane. Grindell sticking it on the top. Lap traffic once again going to play a factor. The 11 looks like the 20. These guys have lapped up to 24th now, or just about to. Maybe a little bit of a bumper from the 16 right there. The bottom again for Blake. A lot of lap traffic again ahead. We're fully cycling this field. And that's, even in official races, even in the Pro Series, you don't see this too often. We've gone probably about 40 lap screens from the last caution. Oh man, that was close. Somebody slid right up in front of the 16 right there. I couldn't even tell what car that was, but that was almost disastrous for the 2 leaders. Oh man, looks like the 1 stopping on the front stretch and brings out a caution. So that is going to be a penalty next week. Cannot do that. You have to pull the pit road. You cannot stop on the racing service and bring a caution out. And could have just ruined the green flag run we had. Can't be having that. Gonna get the lucky dog. 5th caution of the night, lap 77 after a great green flag run. And could have gone much longer. But it's going to be ended early, unfortunately. Man, I hate to see that. That was going good. But everybody heading down pit road now. Yeah, this is single pit roads at Bristol, so they got to go all the way around the track for their pit box. Giglio with that front pit box going to have a big advantage if he doesn't slide through it. It's going to cost him some time there. It's like 4 tires for almost everybody. Brindle wins the race off pit road, followed by the 16. You got Cruz, Edwards, Newton, Leo, Griesbaum, Martin, and Christopher coming out top 10. Everybody behind the pace car are going to take their waiver rounds. And there's quite a few of them. Like the 33, 6, and 99 all going to be taking waiver rounds right here. So not as many as I thought. I'm sorry. So, but a few of them got cycled to the back. So that leaves should be 23 cars on the lead lap. We go back to green. And it looks like Montrose and Jonathan Rains both got 18 incident points. Those two both served a drive-through penalty, but they are still on the racetrack. Big round's gonna get by there. 1 to green. Let's see if we can get back to good old green flag racing like we were doing. Everybody cross your fingers. It would be a testament to the skill level in here if we can finish this race with less than, or maybe even 1 more caution. That would be, I think, very impressive from these guys. But let's see if they can do it. Green flag back in the air. Brindle in control once again. Alright, Brindle out to a half-second lead. Giglio maybe trying to save those tires again. Oh, the 45 takes the outside wall. Somebody else, I think that was Martin. Oh, man. He gets destroyed. Left front is killed. Somehow no caution for that. Probably going to have to come down and take the fast repair. He's going to try to hold on for a caution. I would do the same thing. Oh, man. Let's see if we can jump back and see what happened really quick. Catalano going to tag the outside wall right here. Martin gets sent to the inside wall by that and kills the left side of his car. But no caution. We stay green. Brindle 7/10 of a second lead over Giglio. Followed by Cruz, a couple tenths behind. Quinn Newton up in the top 5, doing pretty good. Nick Leo as well. I think he started toward the back, so he's doing a good job. Catalano, who actually caused that incident, recovered from it. Not much damage from the wall contact, and he's still running in 6th. I think I cursed Quinn Newton right there. Broadcaster's curse. He was flying backwards. I don't know what happened to Quinn. And he's just cycling spots. Don't know if he overheated the tires or what. 37-22. Cliff Mullins is on the outside wall. Wrecking out of 2. Wrecking out of 2. Oh man, huge accident. Huge accident. Oh my goodness. Absolute carnage on that one. And it's going to start up front with the 22 and the 37. See, right here when they come off of 4, 22, oh man. Looks to me like the 37 got loose on that outside lane, tags the quarter panel of the 22 car. And then everybody trying to check up for the 37. Oh man, oh, looks like the 38 gets into the 22. Back it up from there. See the 38 here goes below the 22. Those two come together. And then somebody else makes contact with 22. Looks like the 36 car. This is where the wreck ends up taking full effect. Sorry, that was a sloppy replay. The 48 gets tagged. And it looks like everybody else gets through. Horrendous wreck. All right. All right, we're getting word on the one car. It looks like hardware malfunction. The wheel fell off the desk, is what I'm hearing. So that was the reason he pulled off. Can't do much about that. So apologies to Victor. I jumped the gun on assuming what happened there, and it was a good job getting it off the track. Could have been much worse with the wheel coming off the desk, that's for sure. Alright, pace car lights are out. We're going to go green once again this time. For a 6th caution of the night. Got a good thing going here. We could keep it green for a little bit again. Might be able to call this one a good Bristol race. It's not something you say often on the iRacing service. Brindle in control of this restart. Rolls through the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Bruce with a good start. See what he can do with that. Gonna get by Giglio for 2nd. Side by side, Leo and Edwards for 4th. Edwards gonna hold on to that position. Catalano and Griesbaum behind them. Inside. And oh man, a caution behind them. They're wrecking still. The 54 gets walled. He just took his fast repair. But we got more going on behind that. Cliff Mullins, it looks like, involved. Mullins off turn 4. The 18 just gets loose and grabs right down into the 37. Off 4 right here. Gonna get into the wall and comes down into the 37. There's our caution. Daniel says there's a good view of that one from his perspective, so we'll go on board with them all. Oh, he just gets by that one. start time from his perspective. Oh, is that what we wanted? Oh man, that's close. All right, back to live. .23 cars still on the lead lap. Couple cars coming down pit road. Got 31 cars, it looks like, still running. Started with 37, so we lost 6 so far. All right, 1 lap to green. We know the deal. It's the 7th time tonight. 28 laps to go when we take the green flag. Winding down here at Bristol. And this is going to be, I think, our quickest race of the season. We accounted for a lot of cautions and, well, I mean, there's still a lot of time left in the race, but the way things have been going, we should finish up pretty quickly here. Again, assuming nothing changes, which it could. But here we go. Pace car on the pit road, green flag back in the air. We're now going a little later in the restart box right there. Obviously nothing wrong with going late. Side by side for second. Giglio holds on to second this time around. A lot of battling going on toward the middle of the pack, later in the top 10. Side by side starting with the 66. And the 38. So 38 can hold on to that spot for the time being. Winoski and Christopher side by side. Looks like Scripture, 18 Scripture coming down pit road, might have had a drive-through penalty. And I think I can confirm he did. So Scripture will go a couple of laps down. Caution's out. 22 at Christopher. At Christopher just got loose out of 4, came down on top of the 57, and that's looks like it's going to be about it for that wreck. Christopher gets loose and then spins down to the inside wall of 57. I don't think got too much damage from that, so. '57. Just a little bit of right front from that, but it's Bristol. Aero not going to matter too much here, so should be good. And laps winding down, like I said here, 8th caution of the night. We're on lap 110 of 130. But limited green, white checkers. How fast these cars move. I think if we get in a green, white checkered situation, you only have about 14 seconds to wreck before that leader hits the white flag, so not a big chance of a wreck happening, but you know, with unlimited attempts, anything can happen. Looks like the 33 of Johnson gets the lucky dog right here. He'll be back on the lead lap. And, well, I don't want to curse anybody. If there's anybody I'd be willing to talk to, you know, not risk of ruining the race, it's Blake. Because he wins too many as it is. So we'll get a quick word with Blake Giglio here. I don't mean that. Alright, Blake, what's up?
How's it going?
Hey, man, well, you've been running second. You started on the pole, but you've been running second this whole race, kind of just saving those tires, taking it easy, man. But you gonna start turning up the heat now that it's winding down?
Yeah, we're gonna try. You can't pass, so I don't know. We're gonna try. It's real almost impossible to pass, but we'll try our best. Sucks. If we could have had that long green flag run, I could have got the lead in like another lap or two, but it's all right. Still running second, so in the lead for Dash for Cash. So that's kind of all that matters right now.
Absolutely. Thanks for reminding me about that. Yeah, Blake Giglio leading Dash for Cash right now. And not sure where his next competitor is. I'll have to look at that quick.
I just gotta not junk myself.
Yeah, that's basically what we're looking at right now. I think your next competitor's back and outside the top 10, so good luck, man.
Thanks.
All right. Gonna go back to green flag racing right here. Blake, I'm glad you pointed that out. I have not touched on that at all tonight. These Dash for Cash drivers, the four of them is Blake Giglio, Michael Christopher, Brian Martin, and John Neckrich. Those all fighting for 20 bucks for the highest finishing driver of this race. Green flag back in the air. Giglio, not a great start right there. And Cruz gonna drive by him. Giglio will file into third, side by side for fourth. Edwards, oh, caution, quickly. I'm not even sure who wrecked. I don't see any wrecked cars, unless that was some lapped cars wrecking. Could have been, we'll take a look. Oh, yep. Looks like the 99 of Montrose here. The 54 and the 99 just get together. The 9th caution of the night. Be the judge of this one. A little bit of neck coat on that. But just, you know, if I were to put it on anybody, it'd be both of them. Not much awareness going on right there, I think. Just, they're both laps down. They're just trying to get the race restarted. I'm sure they weren't worried too much about the guys next to him. $33, no. Another Artemis car. Looks like the 20 getting the lap back. So 24 cars on... No, 23 still in the lead lap. 24 gets one lap back. Now down to one lap down. Looks like Montrose has called it a night. So that leaves 30 cars on the racetrack. Alright, should go green with looks like 11 laps to go. What my guess is. And only 4 drivers, it looks like, still have a 0X that are currently running. A lot of drivers riding on the edge of a drive-through. I'm not going to call them out specifically because that would open the opportunity for some shenanigans. So late in the race, just don't want to point that out. Probably shouldn't have mentioned it earlier, but here we are. Pace car pulls off. Green flag back in the air. 11 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Brindle with a great start once again. Giglio to the inside of Cruz. Not quite clear off of 2. Oh, I guess he was. A little bit of self-clearing action there, if you want to call it that. But Giglio clears into second again. Catalano and Breezebomb side by side. Behind them, Leo and Boyd side by side. A little bit of door contact right there. Caution's out. Oh, massive wreck in 3 and 4. Take a look at that one. Oh, that's 36 got kind of arc braked right there. All right. So it looks like it's going to start around the 48. What happened to turn 3 right here? Oh no! Looks like the 59 and the 57. 59 loose off turn 2, comes down into the 57. And the wreck is on from there. Get it from Blink Cam. That was a massive wreck. 36, I don't like the look of that right there. That's not what you want, but I think I did hear him keep over the radio and say he's having some netcode issues, so we'll blame that on that for now. We're back under caution. Caution number 10. And the laps are really winding down here for Blake. I don't think he's going to have much opportunity to take that lead away. Harry's just got to have some good restarts. Alright, gonna go green with, I think, 4 laps to go here. No, 3. Oh boy, 3. No, 4. Alright, yeah. 4 laps to go, we're gonna go green. Gotta trust myself here. 29 cars still on track. I think we have lost the 18 of Travis Scripture. I think that was our... Nobody's gotten DQ'd yet. Few drivers are close, but not too close. So I don't think we're going to see any DQs, but we still got some of the race left, so I'm not going to speak too early on that. Green flag. Giglio with a decent start, tried to clear in front of the 67. I think the 67 lifted it for him a little bit right there. Side by side, a little farther back. 69, 68, and 45 all battling for 5th. 3 laps to go now. Back up front, Giglio closing in on the... Oh no! Giglio's wrecking! Oh, the 01 catches a piece of him. Oh, man. The 16 was driving the wheels off that thing, and the wheels didn't like it. Back it up. Giglio, you're gonna see him gets a great run through 1 and 2, and I think just gets on the gas a little too early. Too much power in that thing. Car steps out on him. Just a little bit of an overcorrect, and that goes right into the outside wall. Then you see the 01 gets in there, catches a piece of him as well. Right on board with him, just trying to get through it. Everybody did a great job of missing it. And the 01, I mean, it's staggering when you see a car just sitting in front of you like that. Go on board with Giglio again here. It's not what I wanted. There we go. On board with Blake Giglio. I don't know how everybody missed that. Obviously the 01 caught a piece of it, but Field did a great job in missing the 16 sitting in the middle of the racetrack. And green-white checkered number 1 will be in use. And like I said, they got virtually unlimited green-white checkers. Technically a maximum of 15, but if we use that many, we're in a whole heap of trouble. I don't think the top 5 has really changed much throughout the course of tonight. Ever since that long green flag run, there just hasn't been much opportunity to pass. Well, I think we're past a good Bristol race territory, that's for sure. We had a hope. That green flag run, it was 40-something laps, close to 50. Gave me a lot of hope for tonight, but it unfortunately turned the tables on this race. I don't know, whoever the one car's wheel manufacturer is the fault of this one. I'm going to assume Logitech, because they have a big problem with that. The amount of people I've known with Logitech steering wheels where it just falls off mid-race is too many. So if we're gonna blame anybody for the faults tonight, it's gonna be Logitech, and I'm staying with that. Unless they want to sponsor the series, then, you know, I love Logitech. Anyway, face car gonna pull off. Green-white checkered, number 1. Harry Grinnell back on the throttle. Inside with a good restart, Michael Edwards gonna try to take P2 from Dane Cruz. Not gonna happen though. Cruz holds on. Oh man, a lot of contact here. The 69 gets up in the outside wall, does a good job saving it. White flag in the air. This race is official. The 48 is wrecking. And he saved it somehow. Back up toward the front. Grindell with a massive lead. He's going to come out of turn 4. And he's going to take home the win here at Bristol. Oh, and they're wrecking out of 4. Across the line wrecking. And Michael Christopher, I think... Oh yeah, he got to drive through to end the race, unfortunately. So that might score him at the tail end of his lap. Harry Grindell takes home the win in a eventful Bristol race. All right. Get a word with our winner if we can quickly. And Michael Edwards here. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hi.
Hey, man, well, took home a third tonight in an eventful Bristol race. And, I mean, took home a podium. It looked like a long night for you, man, but pretty good night overall, right?
Yeah, it's 3 for 3 so far in interviewing me. I was thinking I was going to get second there and make it second, but got loose. No, that was fun. Didn't get a single incident point. We did 130 laps in just over an hour, so that was pretty impressive. That was fun. I don't know what happened in the back, but it wasn't that bad up front.
Yeah, when you guys had that green flag run, I was enjoying myself watching you guys racing up there, and 0 incident points. That's impressive, man. I want to give you some bonus points just for that.
Yeah, looks like there's 2 or 3 of us who didn't get them. So yeah, pretty impressive. I was not prepared for that long run. I had a drink in my hand. I had a glove off and left my phone unlocked, and I was like, "Are we gonna crash?" But no, that came out of nowhere. But yeah, that was fun. 3 weeks in a row for podiums. Just need to get that win, but it's coming.
Definitely, man. You keep running like you are, you'll get one this season for sure.
Yeah, miss these next gen cars, man. They're fun.
And I love watching them. Well, you got anybody you want to shout out for the podium?
Fort Worth Screen Printing, Labor 12, 712 brakes. Quinn doesn't kill me. Ethan for helping me after he got crashed out. Team Shrek, DGS Racing, and you for putting this on and this broadcast. And shout out to the guys who ran clean. They know who they are.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you talking to us. We'll see you next week for California.
All right, man. Have a good night.
That was Mike Edwards finishing second tonight. We got a word with our winner, Harry Grindell in the 70. We just talked to you Sunday, man. You're dominating here lately. How's it going?
What is going on? I'm on a streak.
Yeah, you are. You took the lead, never looked back. What'd you lead? 129 or no? How many laps did we do? 135 laps?
We did 100. Yeah, I think 100. No, 136 is what mine says.
Yeah. What did you lead that first lap?
I don't know.
Remember.
I might have. I don't remember, to be honest. I don't think I did, but I don't remember.
Yeah, well, you definitely led the most laps. Got those bonus points, man. Were you worried at all in that green flag run? I know Giglio got there, but you seemed to do a good job defending him.
Very. I mean, we were honestly, it was a very good run. You know, we were fighting for the lead through the back markers. It was a very interesting battle. He was going to get me. In fact, we were side by side when the caution came out. And the next group of back markers we were coming up on were on the top. And I was relying on that because, as I said to you when you pulled me in early on, if we had an extended run, my tires weren't going to hold up. And that was playing out exactly. But yeah, caution came out. Cautions kept coming out. There was a moment there towards the end where Blake was catching me. We had like 3 laps to go. He was catching me. He was probably going to get to me on the white flag, and Lord knows what would have happened there. But that happened. And then yeah, green white checker just got a good launch, drove it home. It was all things considered, it was one of the simpler strategies, I suppose. You know, when you're in the lead at a track like this, cautions like that, you just have to not screw yourself up, and I managed to do that.
Yeah, I don't think I saw you bobble or get loose or anything like that the whole night. You ran a very clean race, and it showed.
Yeah, like, so there's a couple times where it'd like, you know, slide off the corner, or you get a bit tight going in. But with a track like this, it's all about momentum, and that is how I drive. So you just kind of you just kind of roll with it, let the car do what it wants to do. I was running a 37 pinion on the steering. It was very tight, but that means that as much as, you know, it does sacrifice some of the tire saving, which I'm not good at anyway, so that's not something I care about. But that means that the tighter steering means that you have to move the wheel less to correct those slides and let the car self-steer. So I was just able to be, you know, very fluid with it and just kind of, you know, hold the momentum. So the car didn't bobble. I didn't have to do anything extreme to catch any slides or anything like that. And yeah, this is it worked perfectly. Here we are.
Yeah, man. Well, drove a great race, man. You got anybody you want to thank for the awesome run tonight?
Yeah, Kamikaze Motorsport, obviously. Catgo Racing. Like I said, I seem to have gone on a tear. That's probably not going to continue now that I've said that. But in just after Catgo Racing, 1 year anniversary with them, we're doing pretty good since then. Kamikaze Motorsport, Centered Hosting, Soyo, Game Rush Expo, Low Time. This is Team Low Time over here. Low Time Race Engines, obviously. And then, so obviously yourself for putting this on and streaming. It's good to be back. And tell you, I slept through the first 2 weeks. This is a hell of a way to kick off a season.
Definitely. Yeah, I thought you made Daytona, but that must have been the duels.
I did the duel, yeah. I slept through Daytona, I slept through Texas, and then here we are on the top. That's It's certainly one way to start a season.
Definitely, man. Well, you're locked into the playoffs with that, assuming you make 5 more starts. So I'm assuming you'll get those done as long as you don't sleep through them. So congrats on that. And well, I guess we'll see you next week for California.
Yeah, see you the next one.
All right, Harry Grindell finishing first tonight. And now that we're on the subject, John, I see you in chat. I think unofficially you have won the Dash for Cash challenge for this week and week 1 of Dash for Cash. So congratulations to John Neckarts and the 66 taking home those $20. And well, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Harry Grindell taking home the win, Dane Cruz taking home second, Michael Edwards in third, and the rest of the leaderboard has been ticking by for a while now. I'm not going to go through all 37 cars, but I appreciate everybody watching tonight. It was a race. They did the race car things. We had some good racing there midway through the race, but just couldn't end it. But, you know, it's Bristol. It's Bristol, baby. So I invite you all out next week for Auto Club or California. It's now a fantasy track, I guess you could call it. So it'll be fun to see these cars out there once again. And we'll see you next week for that. But for now, I'm Lucas Hoitzma. See you later.